None bigger than the game. Michigan with the chance to earn its third straight win over Ohio State on its home turf in the Big House. And beyond that, a lot on the line for both of these teams as the winner earns their spot in the Big Ten championship next weekend in Indy, while the loser, they'd have some ground to make up in the college football playoffs with 5 undefeateds in that top 5 entering today. Now, this was also the 13th meeting between Ohio State and Michigan as top 5 teams. Interim head coach Sharon Moore and Kyle McCord in the spotlight for the first time of this rivalry. Tough start, though, for the Bucs as Will Johnson picks off McCord. Wolverines taking it inside their own 10. That sets up Blake Corum for the short score and a 7-0 lead. Now Michigan would add to it early in the second. J.J. McCarthy finds Roman Wilson. He was knocked out last week, but at full strength with the team's lone receiving touchdown in the game. UM up 14-3. But on the next drive, Bucs move 73 yards on 7 plays. It's McCord to Emeka Ibuka. That trims down the deficit. That was one of 2 touchdowns on a 230 passing yard day for McCord. But Michigan still up 14-10 at the break. OSU, though, on an odyssey in the third. It's Travion Henderson tying it up at 17. But Michigan answers back on the ensuing possession. Blake Corum, 22 yards for the lead. He'd finished with 88 yards on 22 carries. But the Buckeyes, they get the ball back down 30-24 in the final minute. They're trying for another miraculous drive, but it's Clayton, Ohio's Rod Moore who ends it. They're storming the field again at the Big House as Michigan takes it 30-24 and books a trip to Indianapolis. BCSN's Mark Coons and Joel Sebastianelli join us with reaction from another rivalry classic.
Behind us, the happy litter of 110,000 plus as the Michigan Wolverines for the 3rd straight year knock off their arch rival Ohio State, win the Big Ten East, and now, Joel, they've got a pretty easy path to the college football playoff.
Well, they will be in Indianapolis next Saturday night, and Iowa will be in their way in the Big Ten championship. In any big game, there is always a moment or a play where you can feel everything start to shift.
Absolutely. In
119 meetings between these two, there have certainly been many of those. In a heartbreaking twist, when everything started to trend up for Michigan in this second half, it's when one of their most vocal leaders, Zach Zinter, went down.
Zach was screaming, and Carson was literally holding his foot as it was just like, limp. And, it was a sight that I don't wish upon anyone to see. And, just at that moment, seeing the look in everybody's eyes, seeing them rally together, it was something about it. It was spiritual, honestly. It was a different drive that came out of everybody after that happened.
Down a man with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, leading for the rest of the day after Blake Corum's 22-yard score on the next play.
We always talk about never flinching, and our guys don't flinch regardless of the situation. So just such a great response by our guys, and what you expect from a trained group like ours.
They all did it for Zinter. Those who stayed did it to leave a mark on the way to being champions.
This being my last game in the Big House, over my last 4 years, I'll look back and just pray, I left a legacy. This is why I came back. I couldn't go out in the Big House like I did last year. It hurt. So I came back for a game like this.
Clayton, Ohio's Rod Moore played his role to perfection with 25 seconds left to prove a point.
It was a dream come true, making a game-winning play on one of the biggest games probably in college football history. And, like I said, I really can't put it into words how I'm feeling. I was on the field just looking like I just called game. Like, I did that. So, especially them guys not recruiting me when I was coming out of high school, just being able to beat them and get the get back on them feels so good.
They get Jim Harbaugh back next Saturday. They did this for him too, but don't get the Michigan versus everybody mantra twisted. The point of all this is mostly focused inward.
We only care about what we're doing and how we feel and that fulfillment internally. That's all we care about. So everyone else could have their opinions, and we'll just keep doing us.
Although some observations are made so those outside the inner circle can hear.
Ohio State made a big deal this year about being more physical. Did you get a sense that they were more physical?
Definitely not. Guys who you want to put on like the Louis V, like the $1,000 outfit, like you want to act hard, but when we're out there, like they're not hard. Like I see the film, like you're not tough. Like, and I don't think I'm the toughest guy in the world, but I'm out there, I'm getting physical. Like I don't think they wanted it like how I wanted it.
If toughness is the currency that defines football legends, Michigan has officially cashed in against all the naysayers. 12-0 with their most important win yet.
It was tough. Last week was tough. You know, we came in the game battle tested. You know, this is, to me, my greatest win. Because when you say something, you have to stand on it. Before the season, we were going to do all these things. I knew I was going to have to back it up, you know. So, you know, my team came together and we all backed it up, you know. But, you know, just like the great Kobe Bryant said, the job's not finished, man.
The letter D defining Ohio State after this loss to Michigan. Defeated, dejected, and disappointed.
It hurts. I mean, that's really the only word for it. You know, to work that hard for, you know, that opportunity and just to come up a few plays short, it hurts. And, you know, there's no way around that. You know, so it's a tough feeling.
We're all disappointed. We know that what this game means to so many people, and so to come up short is certainly crushing, not only just because you invest your whole year in it. We know at Ohio State what this game means, and so you know, there's a locker room in there that's devastated, and it wasn't a lack of effort, but again, you know, we didn't win the rushing yards, we didn't win the turnover battle, so you're not going to win a game.
I mean, just a lot of emotions, and you know, at that point the game was over, and you know, everything you worked for this year, all the goals that you had, you weren't going to accomplish them.
Ultimately, you know, you got to win this game, and you know, I certainly feel like, you know, we were a play short, so you know, that's something that I got to keep working on.
Marvin Harrison Jr., 5 catches, 118 yards, and a touchdown. Publicly, he is unsure about his future with Ohio State.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you just yet. A lot of conversations to be had. It's just family and the coaches, teammates. So I don't have an answer for you just yet.
I hope this isn't the end of it, but, you know, if it is, I think, you know, he cemented himself as one of the best players to ever come through this program. I mean, he's a special dude, and, you know, I love that guy.
You know, he's done a tremendous job just handling everything that comes to being the starting quarterback at Ohio State. I'm super proud of him. And I tell you guys this all the time, but, you know, before he's my quarterback, he's my friend. So I'm going to support him through the ups and downs, and I'm going to always be by his side.
So Marvin Harrison Jr.'s future, like a lot of the Ohio State program, up in the air right now. And Joel, before we go, we need to talk about who wasn't here today. Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh serving the 3rd game of his 3-game Big Ten suspension, but certainly his spirit was in the Big House.
He will be back in Indianapolis. He was at the team hotel last night, and the player said he channeled Bo Schembechler. Told the guys it's all about the team, the team, the team. Team 144 did everything they had to do to beat Ohio State for the 3rd straight year.
And in 1969, when Bo Schembechler took over in Ann Arbor, he promised his players, those who stay will be champions. Well, after a disastrous 2020, those who stayed with Jim Harbaugh are champions for the 3rd year in a row. For Joel Sebastianelli, I'm Mark Kuntz in Ann Arbor, Michigan.